Ladies and gentlemen, champions, dreamers, and future legends, let me tell you something straight. Life does not bow to the weak. It does not reward those who play it safe, who hesitate, who let fear write their story. No, life rewards courage. The kind of courage that stares fear in the face and says, "You will not stop me." The kind of courage that gets up after failure, that pushes through pain, that refuses to accept limits. That is the power of courage, and it is the difference between existing and living, between dreaming and achieving. Think about the greatest moments in history. Every breakthrough, every victory, every empire built, they all started with one bold decision. Someone had to stand up when others sat down. Someone had to speak when others stayed silent. Someone had to take the first step into the unknown while the world told them it was impossible. That is courage. And guess what? You have that same power inside you right now. But courage is not the absence of fear, it's the will to act despite fear. Every time you choose courage, you grow stronger. Every time you face doubt and move forward anyway, you build unstoppable momentum. The world is shaped by those who refuse to back down, who refuse to quit, who refuse to let fear dictate their destiny. So I ask you, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Would you start that business? Would you chase that championship? Would you stand up for what you believe in? Because I promise you this, the moment you choose courage, everything changes. Doors open, obstacles crumble. Weakness transforms into strength. This is your time. 2025 is not just another year, it's your year. But it won't be handed to you, you must take it. With courage, with action, with unshakable belief. So go out there, be bold, be fearless, be relentless. The world is waiting for your courage. Now go claim it. Courage isn't just a trait, it's the deciding factor that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Every great breakthrough in history, every empire built, every record shattered began with one courageous decision. When opportunity knocks, hesitation kills dreams while courage creates legacies. The difference between success and regret often comes down to a single moment where you either back down or step up. Champions aren't born with special advantages, they simply develop the habit of choosing courage when it matters most. Life's playing field is level in this one regard. We all face fear, but winners act anyway. That critical split second when you push past doubt is where destinies are made. The job promotion, the business venture, the championship title, none are won by talent alone, but by the courage to stake your claim. Fortune favors the bold because the bold create their own fortune, while others wait for perfect conditions. Courageous individuals understand that perfect timing doesn't exist, only the willingness to begin. Your future self will thank you for every time you chose bravery over comfort. In the end, we don't regret the risks we took that didn't work out. We regret the chances we never took at all. Real courage isn't about being fearless, it's about feeling the fear and charging forward anyway. That knot in your stomach before a big moment? That's not weakness, that's your signal to rise. The greatest warriors, innovators, and champions throughout history all felt fear's cold grip, but they refused to let it paralyze them. True strength lives in the space between doubt and action, where you acknowledge the risk but take the leap regardless. Every meaningful achievement requires walking through this fire. The entrepreneur signing their first big deal, the athlete stepping onto the championship stage, the artist revealing their work to the world, they're all trembling inside while standing tall outside. This is courage in its purest form, not the elimination of fear, but the mastery of it. When you learn to use fear as fuel rather than an anchor, you unlock superhuman potential. Those butterflies aren't trying to stop you, they're preparing you for flight. Remember, comfort zones are where dreams go to die. The magic happens when your ambition outweighs your apprehension, when your vision becomes clearer than your doubts. This is how ordinary people accomplish extraordinary things, not by waiting for fear to disappear, but by deciding their purpose matters more. Every act of courage sends ripples through your life that build unstoppable momentum. That first difficult decision creates a chain reaction, each brave choice making the next one easier, like a snowball growing as it rolls downhill. When you push past fear just once, you prove to yourself that barriers are breakable. Suddenly, challenges that once seemed impossible now appear conquerable. This is how courage compounds. Yesterday's victory over self-doubt becomes today's foundation for greater achievements. The athlete who completes their first hard workout unlocks the potential for championship training. The entrepreneur who lands their first client gains confidence to pitch bigger opportunities. Each courageous step forward builds psychological muscle memory, rewiring your brain to default to action rather than hesitation. Momentum works both ways. Avoidance breeds more avoidance, while courage generates more courage. Every time you choose bravery, you're not just overcoming a single obstacle, you're programming your mindset for future success. That's why small acts of courage matter just as much as grand gestures. They all contribute to the growing wave of momentum that will eventually carry you to heights you once thought unreachable. The most powerful force in achievement isn't luck or talent, it's the unstoppable momentum created when courage becomes your habit. 2025 isn't just another calendar page turning, it's a blank canvas waiting for your bold strokes. This year will give you exactly what you demand from it, not what you wish for. The universe rewards decisive action, not passive hope. While others make resolutions they'll abandon by February, you must make commitments that will define your December. Every sunrise presents a choice. Will you be a spectator of time or an architect of your destiny? The resources you need, time, opportunity, potential, are already in your hands right now. What's missing isn't circumstance but courage, the guts to stake your claim on the next 12 months. History remembers those who seized the era, not those who waited for perfect conditions. The technology, the markets, the global stage, they're all primed for those daring enough to act. Your competition is hesitating this very moment, that's your advantage. This year will humble the hesitant and crown the courageous. Not because fate plays favorites, but because courage creates its own luck. The question isn't whether 2025 holds opportunity, we know it does. The real question is, when your moment comes, will you be ready to grab it by the throat and make it yours? Tick-tock, the clock's already running. The power of courage, 2025, closing words. So as you walk out of here today, ask yourself, will I let fear hold me back? Or will I make 2025 the year I finally unleash the warrior inside me? The choice is yours, the time is now. Go be courageous. And when history looks back on this year, let it remember your name. Now go claim your destiny.